Well, just pulled up to the gym and about to get my day started. Today is one of my favorite days. It is mobility day, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to really focus on my front split and my side split. For those who do not know, I'm doing calisthenics, been doing it for almost 4 years now, and I just want to continuously see myself master and gain new skill sets. In this current journey that I'm in, I want to learn how to stick variations of my handstands and do it more seamlessly because a lot of times, whenever I'm transitioning to different forms, I still become very wobbly. And I want to be able to just easily do a handstand finger press from the ground on up. And then also I just want to continuously work on my mobility. I was at the gym yesterday and this lady was talking to me and it made me just really process and think of how we consider our fitness journey as a whole. And we think that we're not able to progress and grow. And I really think this encompasses life as a whole if we have a fixed mindset or a limited mindset, because she was talking about like how she was younger and how way more flexible she was and how she was able to do a lot more things. And she just kept on talking as in like she's not able to gain that mobility anymore or develop these new skill sets. And I just kind of reminded her, I was like, hey, you don't have to be stuck in this position or not be as flexible or mobile if you want to. All it takes is literally taking time to stretch, taking time to build those muscles again. Like when it comes to fitness for me, and when it's specifically when it comes to mobility and flexibility, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I think that's encompassed everything in our life. We have to continuously be willing to challenge ourselves, grow, evolve, and really becoming the best version of ourselves. If you do not push your body and see what it is that you're able to do, you'll be stuck in a stagnant stance. And for me, when it pertains to like growing and evolving, you just have to push the limits, push the envelope. And I just want to encourage anyone on this journey of betting on themselves. Don't be discouraged wherever you are, whatever season you're in. This too shall pass. It doesn't matter what things look like for you right now. Trust God. Bet on yourself because you are wonderfully made in the image of God. I had to remind myself this yesterday because it just seemed like everything kept on going wrong. Man, it's the beginning of summer and Indy heat is killing me and my AC is out. And I thought I was going to have it fixed like Thursday, but the guy said there's like a specific piece he needs from my unit and he was trying to find it yesterday. But of course, the holidays are today and everything closed pretty early. And like yesterday, working at home was very, very miserable. Like I was trying to deep clean my house. I feel like whenever you're betting on you, whenever you're trying to be intentional, you need to reset your space. So I was trying to reset my space, went out and bought some new blinds, some new curtains, you name it. And I feel like it took me forever just to do things because I was drenched in sweat. And then my poor dog, Brownie, was over there suffering. I had to send him over to my sister's house. And the main thing I just want to bring up here is just doesn't matter whatever obstacle, doesn't matter wherever you currently are right now, you're able to change your situation. And I was reading in Proverbs chapter number 1, key verses that really stood out to me. I think is verse number 5 through 7, and essentially is just talking about like a wise person seeks out and learns more. A person who is wise, they don't just take the surface level of things, but they gain more understanding. And essentially, they're surrounding themselves around more people who can help them and push them and challenge them. And they don't get stagnant in one place. They don't think one shoe fits all. They don't think this is all that there is. And then it ends it off as saying that wisdom starts from the fear and the reverence to God. And we have to keep God at the center of our lives. I could tell you right now, like based on just everything that is happening around me, I shouldn't be where I am. I shouldn't have peace. I shouldn't have joy and love, but I'm thankful because I understand that God has me in this season. And if you're battling with something, if you're struggling in this season, know that God is with you. A lot of times he is trying to pull us to this position that we're deeper and more intimate with him. And I know for myself that I've been faithful, but I can be deeper and closer to God. And don't allow whatever you're faced with, whatever you're dealing with today to discourage you on this journey. This too shall pass. And I just want to encourage you to bet on you in this season. Restructure your flow. Figure out where you're trying to go and pray and ask God for wisdom and understanding how to execute in certain areas. If you're struggling with being disciplined, ask God to help you be more disciplined. Ask God to show you what it is that you're supposed to be focusing on this season. Pray, seek his face. And if you feel that he's not responding, pray one more prayer. Worship him. Thank him. Give him admiration. Magnify his name. Just exalt him above everything else. And I promise you, while you're in the valley, that mountaintop will come and everything will make sense. Because I know God has so much more in store for us. And the whole point of betting on ourselves is stop allowing our past beliefs, our limited beliefs, dictating who we are. And I know I started this video talking about fitness, but I just felt that God is taking me in this direction. So I believe this is really for someone and that's struggling in a season. Discipline, organization, all that stuff encompasses your whole life. You have to bet on yourself in every aspect of your life. If it's you want to get better at having a better physique, okay, you can do it. But what are you going to do there? You have to have a plan. You have to figure out what your schedule accommodates. You have to figure out what style of fitness you want to do. If you want to get closer to God, okay, then you need to be intentional with setting up time, setting up spaces for him, giving him the space and opportunity to talk to you, to minister to you, to deal with you. Whatever it is that we desire in life, we're able to do it, but we have to fix our minds. And this really hits home for me because I've realized on this journey of betting on myself and just on this journey as a whole that I still have a lot of limited thought process. Yes, I've come a mighty long way. God has truly blessed my life. God has truly done some phenomenal things in my life. I am way better than where I used to be. But for me to get to the next level, I have to shift my mind to that next stage. I have to allow God to really pour into me. I have to allow myself to remove any of those barriers and those obstacles that I have put up, not God. A lot of times we're struggling with things because we put up our own barriers. We're hard headed. We didn't seek God out fully. We didn't think that, I'm just gonna say it, we didn't think God knew who he was talking about. And that wasn't an intentional thing. It's just us being humans. And that's our flesh. That's our nature. That's our ways. But we have to get to the point to where God is first in every aspect. Life is meaningless without God being there. And I just encourage you on this work, on this journey, to know who you are. You are more than capable of overcoming whatever situation you're faced with. Money is a thing that can change overnight. Health is a thing you can change overnight. Of course, it won't be like night and day, but changing your diet, that's putting you one step closer to being healthier. Executing on tasks that will bring in revenue is putting you one step closer. We have so many things that we're trying to accomplish, but we haven't taken the time to make a true plan and making sure that God helps us and leads us and guides us. I tell you this much. By the end of this 12 weeks, we're going to be different people. We're going to be thinking differently. We're going to be operating differently. We're going to have some systems put in place. We're going to have some tools put in place. But number one thing, and I'd imagine if you're listening to this content, if you're following me on this journey, that you feel the same way. My number one thing is to be in a place with God that I know what I'm doing is in tune with what he has for my life. That I am so in tuned and so ingrained with him and so in sync with him that doubt is the second thing for me to do, but faith is the first thing. And that I am so in tune that I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am operating within my gifts and talents. To make money, you just have to serve people. Of course, there's some other things that plays in there, but I truly believe if we tap into who it is that God wants us to be, that the next 12 weeks will be completely different people. We'll reach our goals. Am I saying we're going to be millionaires? No, that'll be a lie. But what I am saying is that we could change our financial trajectory. We can change our mental mindset. We could change just our health, our life as a whole. We'll be someone completely different. So I pray that there was something that was said to encourage you on this journey. I gotta get started with this workout because Mobility Day is one of my favorite days. I'm going to make a video about mobility of like different progressions, where to start at. I'll probably record myself in here today. I don't really record as much anymore working out, but I'm going to start recording a little bit more in that area. And if you have any questions, concern, yeah, comment, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Be blessed, be strong. Know that God loves you, and so do I. Till next time.